Of course, everybody knows Radicchio. It is an IGT product known worldwide. And we have come to a town, Morgano, which is in an area within the Treviso region. We are going to meet one of the older families here, a gentleman called Lucio Torresang, who runs, he's part of the consortium. There's about 90 people that form part of this consortium, and they are the producers of this IGT product. As he said to me, there's about 1,000 other growers as well, but they don't conform to the standards. What's interesting here is that we're going to go through the story of how we get this Radicchio di Treviso, how it actually started. But it's basically worked hydroponically. It's a very interesting story, and they do this so that they can actually keep the quality control. That's obviously why the government puts out all these rules. So let's meet up with Lucio. He's about, I think there's 3 generations here. So there's his mother, Maria, who's still living, of course, Lucio, and there's also his son and nephew that are working in the family business. So let's meet with Lucio and let's have a beautiful story on this Radicchio. Allora, carissimo Lucio Torresang,
ciao.
Grazie mille che mi hai lasciato entrare nel tuo mondo del radicchio. This, of course, is Lucio, who is the proprietor of this, he's part of the consortium, as I said before. Allora, spiegami, come incomincia questa storia del radicchio?
Radicchio di Treviso
Sì.
È un ortaggio tipico di questa zona del Trevigiano.
This is the typical vegetable or salad leaf that grows in this area.
Si coltiva in 55 comuni tra le province di Treviso, Padova e Venezia.
So it is cultivated in 55 plots of land between Treviso, Padova and Venezia. So it's in that little triangle right in the heart of Veneto.
Qui siamo, la nostra azienda è a Morgano, Treviso. Si chiama Tenuta il Parco perché nel territorio del Radicchio
sì.
C'è anche il Parco del Sile.
Okay, so he's right in a special area. They call it nel parco, and we are in Morgano, of course. It's in an enclosed area which has perfect growing conditions for Radicchio. Allora, questa storia dell'acqua è molto interessante.
Certo, l'acqua risorgiva proprio qui. Non esiste acquedotto per irrigare i campi o per la nutrizione umana. Esistono tutti pozzi artesiani dove l'acqua esce spontaneamente o viene prelevata. È la stessa acqua che viene utilizzata dalla San Benedetto, la famosa acqua minerale nel mondo.
Well, it's amazing. So, as you said, the water that is actually a natural phenomenon really underneath this land is the same water that is actually used by the San Benedetto company. So what they discovered back in the 1950s and 60s was that if the plant was put in a warm place with the aid of water, it would basically germinate. So we are talking basically about hydroponics. There is a special tractor that goes along the field and actually cuts the base or the root of this radicchio, and it's on like a little trolley system that each radicchio pushes one up, and it gets a lot of the dirt gets sort of broken away, and it's put then in large bins. So the important thing is here that once it gets brought home from the fields, it can go in 2 places. The first place is it can be put in large cool rooms where at 0 degrees the plant does not grow. It actually goes to sleep. Or the other way of doing it is if you're wanting to bring it on and put it into the market, it gets put into these sort of large areas in large bunches, and then they add water, mettono l'acqua, no? And with the darkness and the moisture and the water, the second germination of the plant occurs, and about 20 days, 20 giorni. If it's colder, it takes longer. If it's warmer temperatures outside, it'll have a less harvesting time. So from there, it gets brought into exactly where I'm standing now, and it gets toilettato, which is a French word saying to be clean. They remove all the outer leaves that are dried and I guess sort of turning a little bit rotten, and then it gets selected. So the first process here is that they actually clean the outer leaves. but not to touch because there's two people doing it, because they don't want you to touch the actual radicchio, to dirty the leaves, because it will actually go off. And then the second person cleans the radice, sempre togliendolo pulitissimo. Everything has to be certified. There are rules in the growing of this product, and so it might be there's so much per hectare. That's our story on Radicchio, and it's a wonderful story.